Hello, guys. I know it's been a while since I did a video. Be honest, I'm really not sure why. I guess I just didn't know what to talk about next. Like I knew, but I didn't know how to go by it. And so I wanted to talk about your calling, because it talks about how. Sorry about that truck. It talks about how I've heard a lot that everyone gets a calling, that are Christians, that believe in God, but few are chosen because there's only few willing to lay down their life to follow God. And that's the truth of it. Because to believe, it's true. Have faith in Him that He's going to make a way and He's going to help you through what obstacle that you're in or what storm or anything, or He's going to take you to where He wants you to be and build you up, even if it's tearing down some of the old habits you have and some of the earthly part of you, worldly part of you, to build up this more of the spirit part of you and to be less of you and more of Him. But no matter what God's calling is for you, remember that this is God's calling for you, not for no one else. It's for you specifically. So, you'll have problems with, people not understanding, and that's gonna happen because it's for you, not them. They're not gonna understand. They're gonna criticize. They're gonna try to force you to do others, but just listen to God in the end because He's blessing you. You get a blessing out of it, and you'll be able to follow what He wants you to do, and you'll be living a life instead of disaster, confusion, because you chose to listen to everyone else and they're making you confused, and you're like, oh, maybe I should do what they're doing, and you do it, and then you end up hurt at the end because it's not what you're supposed to be doing. Following God, you get that joy, you get that peace, you get His love, you feel it all, His Spirit on you, and being anointed because you're following Him, exactly what He said, and not worrying about what everyone else is saying. Because we were put here to follow God, not follow men. That's a big thing. We're following God, not following men, because God created us. He knows what's best for us. He knows our future, our past, our present. He knows everything about it. He knows today that we're gonna die. He knows this. He knows what we can handle. He knows what we cannot handle. He'll never put more on us than we can bear. It says that specifically in the Bible. There's a time that I thought that He put more on me than I can bear, but He never did. No, I put on myself more than I could bear because I chose not to listen to God, and I chose to go down my own understanding when I'm not going to understand what God understands. He sees the big picture of our future, of what's coming. We don't see that because we don't have that knowledge. We don't have that information yet. Not until we live it. And so I was following my own understanding, and I was wondering why my life was falling apart and everything was going wrong. And it was because I was not leaning on God, the one that knows me the best, the one that I'm supposed to trust, not trust in myself. Because, of course, it says in Proverbs that the beginning of wisdom is believing in God and having a fear of Him, believing in Him, of what all that He can do. And so when I started stepping in my calling and I started following God, He started blessing me. He started showing me areas that, need to be prayed for that I didn't see before. He started showing me more and more, manifesting things in my future that I never thought was going to happen. And so that's why we can't follow men. We can't, there's leaders out there, but we follow the leaders and the people that are following God wholly. That are following God wholly. Because if we don't, we're going to be led astray. And so it's just so important, no matter what, the doctor says, no matter what whoever says. If God says no, He says no. You listen to God. We can't listen to man because they will lead us astray if it's the opposite of what God is saying. And we'll never know, we do miss out on blessings when we do that too. We do. We miss out on things that we could have did, you know, because we're not listening to God, you know, situations that were open just for us to do something and we didn't because we weren't listening to God. And so if God's calling you to do something, that is amazing. It is amazing. Just listen to him because he's the one that called you. Let me tell you, God doesn't need us. God chooses us, and that is more, that's just amazing because we're chosen. You know, he don't need us. He could get someone else and be like, oh, you know, they can do it instead. But he chose us. Chose us. He gave us the opportunity to walk in what he wants us to do. And, you know, have an amazing future. Not only in our lives, but in other people's lives. And I think it's amazing to be chosen and to be loved because we're chosen. And it's just a blessing. So we can't be scared to walk in our calling because of what other people are thinking, what other people are saying. Because if we do that, then we're not going to live because everything's going to be stopping us because we're going to be worrying about, oh, what do they think? You know, are they going to look down on me? Are they going to make fun of me? You know, that doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter at all. Because what's for you is for you. Well, thank you for watching, guys. God bless you.